Hello YouTube, this is Darkon633, and we're taking a look at the Transformers Titan Returns Legends Class Rewind. Now, this is the first out of the Titan Returns figures in the Legends Class scale. However, we did have Buzzsaw prior in Combiner Wars as kind of sneak peek to the line, since Buzzsaw is pretty much one of the Titan Returns cassettes, even though it was released in the last wave of Combiner Wars. We will now look at the box. Since it is a Legends Class figure, it does have the typical card. So it has a picture of Rewind in his robot mode, his tank mode, which actually, this figure is actually a triple changer. We have his robot mode, the tank mode, and the cassette mode. Well, it's not really a cassette, even though the original character is based on a cassette kind of character, it's technically more towards kind of like a tablet of some sort, since it is made in the more modern style. We'll now go on to pretty much what he comes with. Now, in terms of accessories, there isn't a whole lot you're going to get with Rewind. The only thing he comes with is actually a single blaster, which we'll look at right now. Anyways, the blaster is really small, and it can actually be used as the tank front barrel in tank mode. And the only thing I wish is that he actually included two, since the character actually used two weapons usually in the original cartoon. Obviously, it does have a lot of IDW homage design, but it's mostly based on the original Generation 1 character. Anyways, we'll now take a look at articulation points. Articulation points includes shoulders, arm ball joints, can swivel really nicely there, and go outwards at 2 points due to transformation. He has a single joint at the elbow, but nothing else there. His head is actually on a peg joint. I forgot exactly what it's called, but it can swivel 360. It can bend just a little bit upwards due to the inner joint for transformation. He has no waist articulation, but his hips are on ball joints, and also the knees are on ball joints, with a little bit of pivot on the feet, but that's mainly due to transformation once again. The figure includes a card, and unlike the Combiner Wars cards, these have a lot more prevalent than, it has a lot more prevalence than the Combiner Wars cards, and that's because they're going back to the old style of stack cards, and I think these are really nice, and some of the better cards we've gotten for the characters. To make it easier, we're actually going to transform it into tank mode first, because it's pretty much mid-stage transformation almost into his cassette mode. To turn it into tank mode, first we're going to open up this compartment here, put away the head, push the shoulder pieces up, swivel the legs around so that they go inside and collapse. Make sure that you push up the feet, so now it forms the tank treads. And instead of moving these points to able to turn into cassette mode, we're actually going to turn this up first, and then we're going to push these down. And here we have the main form of the tank mode. However, to finish it off, we're just going to slide this gun inside the tank area here. It should peg into place. And there we have Rewind in his really small tank mode. The tank mode is, well, kind of underwhelming, but it's mainly not the main reason to get a hold of this toy. Just as a little feature, it can work with the Titan Returns heads. However, at least for him, I don't really see a really good place to put him. You could probably just let him sit there or stand there, and it's like that. There isn't anywhere to really peg into from what I can tell. So that's pretty much it. This is actually the head of Galvatron, which I'll actually review soon. But first, we're just going to look at the Legends Class figure here. And now, we're going to transfer it into his cassette mode. To transfer it into his cassette mode, we're just going to take the bases of tank mode, push these down so that they lay flat, and then we're actually going to peg these up here. And here we have Rewind in his cassette mode. And it looks really cool. It has a really nice homage to his G1 cassette design, since they actually put a sticker design here. Just like Buzzsaw, this is a sticker, so while transferring it, it might be a little bit of a problem over time, and this sticker might wear, so keep that in mind. However, it's also cool is that you can actually put away the weapon in the side compartment right here, in a very clever placed area that's not visible in most instances unless you just look directly at it. So when putting this inside Blaster, it's going to be able to fit it and no kibble, so that's cool. I really like the cassette modes of Titan Returns, and I think Hasbro and Tacked did a really cool job to make a full homage to the original G1 cassettes. Obviously, since it is just a cassette, it doesn't have any way of moving on its own. It's just pretty much the static piece of plastic in this mode anyways. Transferring back, all we got to do is unpeg these from the side, like so. Push this first, but we're going to actually take out the gun, so I might have accidentally almost snapped it if I didn't actually pull it out. Sometimes I forget that actually keeps that together, but anyways, we're just going to snap these together. Push this down, like so. Open up the legs and push the feet up. Same thing for the other side. So it looks like this. Open up the chest and reveal the head. And we're just going to put the weapon on the side. You can't actually put the weapon in his hand, but just because there is a place molded for it, it's probably better to just keep it on the side. So that's pretty much it for Titan Returns Legends Class Rewind. It's a really cool figure, and I think it looks really nice. I cannot wait to have an eject to go alongside it, but as of right now, there hasn't been one actually confirmed. So I do hope maybe at SDCC they'll be able to show maybe a eject, I get them confused, to go alongside Rewind. And I think it's definitely worth it, especially if we're going to get the rest of the cassettes for Blaster and Soundwave. Anyways, I got this from BBTS, since I have yet to see any Titan Returns in my area, at least from the last time I checked. So I kind of went ahead and ordered it from BBTS in order to save me some time and money, since I didn't need to go out and find them. But anyways, I highly recommend picking this up. Please comment, subscribe, and check out Hero Taku and Hero Club. Also, please check me on Twitter under DarkCon633, and please check down the other channels down below. I'll be back with another Transformers Legend review, but for now, I'll be seeing you too. Bye.